So Devin Skatzka from Indiana University going up against Mark Hall, also a freshman last year, and won the NCAA title.
Yeah, so it's right back in. How about this lineup, boy? These Penn State fans, of course, we get 6,700, season ticket holders. They're sold out every year, every match is. I mean, they're just going to look back at this and remember it as special times here when you have, these 5 guys back.
Good look at Mark Hall there from Apple Valley, Minnesota, national champion All-American last year, going up against Devin Skatzka, the redshirt sophomore out of Richmond, Michigan, Richmond High School.
Really competitive 174-pound weight class this year. Top guys in that weight, but this is the guy that ended up having a great semifinals and finals of the national tournament last year. Skatzka getting right in on a shot on Mark Hall.
No control here.
Nice work there, shelving the leg to the outside, but Hall rolling through. Good job with reacting there by Skatzka.
Nice job by Skatzka. Good reaction by Hall, and he's not afraid to throw either. But nice flurry there by both wrestlers. Good start.
Okay, Dwayne, come here. Go talk to the video reviewer. Come here. No, come here.
Dwayne wants the video review on that takedown and see if there was weight on the hands, maybe perhaps during the weight on the body there during the roll through. So we're going to go through a replay process to figure out whether this was a takedown or not. So you see the roll through. I don't see where
he might have been right there where he thought, but he was coming up with the arm headed.
Yeah, at the end there, he's coming up with that right arm with the underhook, as you see. And then the other sequence, the first sequence, he never got off of one leg, never got to the second leg. Second sequence here, he never really kind of got behind, and with that right arm underhook, you just see the athletic ability of Hall turning and coming up at the same time to kind of nullify that takedown. But I like the fact that he's making that.
Yes.
This is important.
Yes.
You know, takedown against a national champion could be a confidence builder for the rest of your season. Don't just sit there and accept it. So good work. And hey, how about that piece with Dwayne Goldman there? Isn't that cool?
It really was. He's got another life outside of the wrestling room. I think it's so healthy, and he's certainly a Hoosier. Comes from Colorado Springs, but he's a Hoosier through and through now after 28 years at Indiana.
Well, he's not alone as far as college wrestling coaches being acreage guys. I mean, you take a look at, we know Coach Gable has an acreage, and John Smith has one as well. His family shows sheep, and Mark Branch out in Wyoming, he's an old horse trailer guy, and he's a lot of these guys are people of the land. Cale Sanderson is a huge dog lover, and it shows another side of those guys, and you put this much effort into these guys and have your family and this nice little separation. You know, when you're an acreage guy, everybody needs to eat every day, you know? You gotta.
Well, I mean, we're both excited about it. I showed the grand champion Penn of 3 sheep at the Des Moines County Fair in Burlington, Iowa, and I showed calves, and you're a farmer, Jim, and it's...
I went to school to figure out what I didn't want to do.
Yeah.
Ag business major, ag studies major at Iowa State, but actually it was called farm operations back then. I don't want anybody to check my resume and give me a hard time about it, but we had an acreage at the time. This is great to come back sometimes with your kids and show. Showing is an important thing. A lot of energy that goes into that, and those are some well-fed pets that he has.
Mills got the upcoming schedule on BTN. We've got Nebraska and Illinois on January 5th. We'll come back after the first of the year, and then Ohio State, Rutgers, Penn State, and Michigan. The hits keep coming, and right now we're back at first period. 2.5 minutes left, only 30 seconds gone. It's 0-0 after that flurry. Skatzka was a 4-time state champion. He wasn't used to losing coming into Indiana. Good, solid athlete, but so is Mark Hall, and he gets the 2 points.
Nice job. It allowed Skatzka to have that 2-on-1, and what I liked about what Skatzka was doing, he's going out there moving it, pressing in off of it, and He basically, Mark Hall just inside tripped it.
Good look at Skatzka there. Just got taken down. He was a three-sport athlete in high school. His mom was a 500-meter national champion at Adams State. His dad played college football, so no wonder he is a three-sport first-team All-State running back. Right now, he trails Mark Hall 2-0.
And Mark doing a nice job of hovering there over the top. He's got a 2-on-1 locked up. That's what I was impressed with him last season, is how effective he was in the top position as a freshman, getting the back points there. Clearly a 45-degree, past the 45-degree angle. Gets the foot out.
Same hold.
The tilt for 4 near fall makes the score 6-0. We're still in the first period.
He's at the figure 4. See how he's kind of trying to move to the right here with that?
Last year, Mark Hall was brought out of redshirt.
That right toe of Hall, see how he's kind of moving off to the right a little bit with that. Doesn't quite have the lock that he wants up top. You'll see him kind of focus on. So when he does pop into him, pop tips in, I guess he let go of it there. But he does a nice job of hovering, working that Ed Ruth cradle.
Hall had a close match at Lehigh. Cutler was really good. But it was a close 3-2 win. It was a good meet, Lehigh and Penn State. Pat Santoro has done a great job at Lehigh.
Well, we saw evidence of that last season when they came into Rec Hall with actually Bryce Jordan, with a pretty good team, and they were competitive in that meet. I think they walked away with a lot of confidence. They didn't win as many matches that they'd like to, but a lot of them were hotly contested. And now, this season, without Joseph in the lineup, they're able to make that a one-match meet.
Time running out in the first period. The takedown and 4-point near fall, the difference right now. Mark Hall, the national champion, as a freshman, true freshman. As I was saying, he was taken out of redshirt in the middle of the year last year. Had a tough start at Iowa, and then comes back and overcomes a loss in the Big Ten championships and wins the championship.
You know, there's only one way to walk out of Carver Hawkeye Arena after we do the meets there. And they only have one entrance out there. Everybody walks out the same direction. I happened to walk out of the meet with Cody Sanderson. And we were discussing the Mark Hall match, and he says, you'll look back at this, and you'll say that this is the best thing that ever happened to Mark Hall, would get a chance to wrestle in this type of environment with that type of performance, and he will be back. And this will be very helpful for him. I mean, it was just nothing but positive. They weren't second guessing their decision. They weren't any bad feelings. They were just looking at that as a great opportunity for the young man to develop.
Well, when most come out of a redshirt year, you're looking to, get on the podium. I don't think that was Mark Hall's view at all. He was either going to win or it wasn't going to be a season that was successful. And he did get up and won it all as a true freshman. Incredible, exceptional athlete, Mark Hall. Another takedown, 9-0.
Yeah, and he's a controller. He does a nice job of always. It looks like he's hovering up there, but he's doing a lot of knocking and picking and pecking and holding on to stuff and then improving his position. See how he's got that elbow trap right now. Works really hard. Right now, Skatzka's really getting spread out there. It's tight on the groin. Has that leg locked.
That hip pressure, like you were talking about, it's tough.
But he really wants to go with it and let off of it right there. But right now he's looking for a 2-on-1 tilt. We just got a stall warning on Skatzka. And so he was looking for the 2-on-1, and then when he came back up to his knees, that's when he's going to go ahead and work with the tilt. So breaks him down with the legs, collects the 2-on-1. When Skatzka comes back up to his knees, goes right back into that tilt.
1, 2, 3.
And he gets it with excellence from a standpoint of the execution. 4 more points for Mark Hall. That's a tech fall. Winner by tech fall, Mark Hall. That's 5 more points for Penn State. They're out in front 30-3.